So if you're currently in debt and want to change that, but your budget is so tight that you don't have the extra money to make the extra payment to get rid of your debt quicker, then you are in the right place. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, the Frugal. Today I want to share 5 things that you can do right now to help you generate extra income to help you succeed on your debt-free journey. I'm not going to talk about budgeting or discipline in this video because if you're watching this, you're probably part of the Frugal tribe, which means your mindset is already right and you're probably doing everything you can to minimize your costs and free up additional money. Instead, this video is going to be super practical. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right in. Sell stuff. If you're watching this in your bedroom or your living room, stop watching this video for about 2 seconds and take a look around you. What can you see? I need you to be brutally honest with yourself, but of the stuff that is surrounding you right now, how much of it do you actually use or need in your life? The reason why I say you need to be brutally honest here is because we're in the process of making extra money. We're trying to generate income. And the first thing that we need to do is sell the stuff that is no longer serving a purpose in our lives. So those trinkets, jewelry, old clothes, kitchen appliances, game consoles, if they're just sitting around gathering dust, you are sitting on potential inventory, money making stock. Selling things on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, which is Craigslist for all of my American viewers, Poshmark, platforms like that will make you some extra money that you can use to throw at your debt. I've been selling unwanted gifts, old clothes, and just stuff that's been taking up space in my home since December on eBay, and I've made a nice little amount of money so far. If I've sold anything in the last week, I will flag them on the screen right now so you can see how much money I've made and what's selling. And for all my students, academics and book lovers, I highly recommend checking the value of the used books that you own to see if they are worth selling. I personally sell used books on Amazon. I started with academic textbooks years ago and now I've moved into selling secondhand books I find in charity shops. It's an excellent way to make extra money. We all have books around us, especially if you have recently graduated from university or school. You definitely have textbooks that will be worth some money. I have just sold a few textbooks. So again, I will insert that just to prove that, number one, these books are worth some money. Think about how much you bought them for. So think about how much somebody's willing to pay for them secondhand, because it will save them a little bit of money. So definitely worth giving that a go. Also, if you are creative or artsy, keep your eyes open for junk that has been thrown away by other people, because you may be able to clean it up, dress it up, and then flip it for money. And this will be stock that you would have found absolutely free of charge. It doesn't work for me because I don't have creative bones, but I have heard stories of people that have transformed crates into pieces of furniture, found actual broken pieces of furniture that they've sanded down, painted, and have been able to sell as bespoke, unique pieces on Etsy and so forth. So if you're built like that, definitely try to be open to looking out for opportunities to create something and selling it on. And the final thing I will say about selling stuff is that if you have items that you don't really think will sell, but they are actually still in good working order, you may want to try the platform Freecycle. They're a platform where in your general location, people upload items that they want to get rid of, they don't want to charge for, hence it's free cycling. They're giving it away for free instead of recycling it, throwing it away. The idea is that you can then go onto the website, identify items of interest and request them free of charge, and you get them. You probably have to go and pick them up. However, it is an exchange, so it is good practice for you to then put something onto the Freecycle website yourself in order to kind of keep that momentum and keep that program going. So you could potentially find something on Freecycle, clean it up, and then sell it on eBay or any other platform that you actually find easy to use. Help somebody. Do you know how to braid or cut hair? Do you not mind cleaning? Do you have a professional skill or hobby that you can monetize in your spare time? If that's the case, you need to start offering your services to people for money outside of your working hours. You can use local ads, word of mouth, social media, or even Fiverr to advertise your services. The key here is to look out for opportunities where you can actually fit in, offer service, and be paid. So don't be afraid to inject yourself into a conversation and say, oh, I can do that. I don't charge that much. Are you interested? And just a note here, because I know a lot of people like to offer payment in kind for services rendered. If you are given payment in kind, somebody says, oh, I'll make you dinner if you help me do this, just make sure that whatever money you save from potentially not having to feed yourself for a night, you use that money to throw at your debt. Don't take these as favors. We have to be really diligent about this actually. And to be honest, if you can, I know it'll feel a little bit cheeky, but just say to the person, rather than making me dinner, just throw me a fiver. Yes, it makes me cringe thinking about it too, but you've got debt to pay off. And if dinner is not going to get you there, ask for the money. Use apps. There are actually loads of apps out there that can help you make a little bit of extra money. They're never going to be a gold mine, but if you have the time to put in a little bit of effort, they are definitely worth giving a go. So here are 3 apps that I use on a regular basis to try and generate a little bit of extra income. Shopix is an app that pays you for your receipts, whether it is your grocery shopping, a takeaway, dinner once things actually open up, your retail shopping. It doesn't really matter if you have an itemized receipt that you can take a picture of. The app will pay you for that snap. It's pretty easy to use. You open up the app, take a picture in the app of your receipt, and you start to generate points. These points add up to a cash amount, so 3,200 points equals £5. Yes, it will take you a few months to actually reach that, depending on how often you shop. So for me, not very often. I don't generate that many receipts, but it's quite good because you can actually redeem that cash as either vouchers or a PayPal transfer. So you can actually get £5, £10, £20, depending on the number of points you have, as cash in PayPal and then in your account. So you can actually use it to pay off debt rather than just getting retail vouchers. So the premise behind Shopix is that it is a market research aggregation tool. By collecting information about your everyday purchases, they are able to provide anonymous consumer behavior reports to retailers, to business. If you're interested in this app, please do go and read their terms and conditions, just so that you are confident that it is anonymous. It aggregates data, so no individual can be identified from any of the reports they're obviously sharing with customers. And they do say in their terms and conditions that none of your personal information is sold or shared. But again, as I say, please do go and do your own due diligence and make sure you're happy with the level of information that they do collect and what they share, so you can be confident before you use an app like Shopix. I do recommend it. I have made money from it. So my next app is Top Cashback. Most people know these cashback sites like Top Cashback and Quidco. I use Top Cashback personally. So let's say you want to do some shopping and you need to buy something from ASOS. You sign into the app or the website, depending on how you want to use it. And before you do your normal shopping, you type in the search bar ASOS to see if ASOS offer any cashback to you. ASOS pops up, so you click on the deal. By clicking on the deal, it will take you through to the ASOS website, and then you shop on ASOS as normal. And it records the fact that you're on the ASOS platform. Once you complete your purchase, that is recorded in Top Cashback, and then any cashback due to you is then formalized. It will show up in the app a few days later and you'll see what percentage you got back. Your cashback will not be redeemable immediately, but once it is redeemable, you can take this in the form of, I believe, air miles, vouchers, or more importantly, a cash transfer to your debit account, to your bank account. I do use Top Cashback whenever I am shopping for anything online. I always check to see if there is a deal. Even if it's 1%, sometimes up to 9%, it can be a really good way to claw back some money on a purchase that you were inevitably going to make. So the final app that I'm going to talk about is YouGov. Now, I know that people scoff at surveys, but I do actually recommend this one because, to be honest, the payout at £50 is great. YouGov is a British market research company. They survey people on a regular basis, so you have likely seen the results of a YouGov poll in the news, in articles, in the media in general. And they're used extensively. Making money on the YouGov app is not as straightforward as the other two apps. So you sign up, and so then based on your demographics, you will be invited to complete a survey. It could be daily, it could be weekly, it could be monthly. It just depends on which group of people they need to survey and if you fit into that group at any given time. Each survey you complete equals points, and if you get up to 5,000 points, you will make £50. Now, it will take a while for you to get to that £50. I've been using the app for a few months now and I'm still not there yet. I will also say that the surveys are a little involved. They can be really quick and at times they can be 15-20 minutes. You have to really sit down and think about the answers, and they can be a little bit fiddly, sometimes a little bit annoying, but because it is a £50 payout, I do think it's worth giving it a go. Get a second job. I know in this day and age that nobody wants to hear this, but trading time and energy is still the quickest way to make money. It's not passive and it's not going to make you rich, but it is definitely going to help you get out of debt. Right now, picking up some delivery driver shifts with some of the big couriers or with Amazon, may be the quickest way to secure an extra job right now. There is also Uber, but who's really going out right now? There are also food delivery shifts that will be available in your vicinity if you have a look. Job websites like Monster and Indeed are great for general job searches. Think about things like data entry, admin, which are jobs you could do remotely in your spare time. Consider things like being a care assistant that you can do on a shift basis around your current job, and if you have that kind of disposition for caring for other people. If you have tangible professional skills, look for an opportunity to pick up shifts at another company. Be creative, look for English teaching jobs, look for virtual assistant, PA roles, whatever you can do in your spare time. I know it will take up additional hours of your week that you would ordinarily be using to unwind. But if you want to get out of debt and get out of debt quickly, you want to sacrifice that time, work a little bit harder so that you can start working smarter. I know it may sound counterintuitive, but there's nothing wrong with actually just getting a second job, putting in some of the hours to make some extra money so that you can have more choices with what you want to do moving forward. I promise it is worth it, no matter what Twitter might be telling you about making money while you're sleeping. Sometimes you need to be awake and sweating to do it. Talk to the taxman. This might sound odd, but it is definitely worth considering. I promise you, just keep listening and it will all become clear. So at the start of the next financial year, so April 2021, I highly recommend that you call your tax office and check to see whether you are owed a tax rebate. Check to see whether you overpaid on tax last financial year or this current financial year, as we're still in February, and then ask for the money back, right? Ask for them to correct that and give you a lump sum of your money back. See, I told you it would make sense. If you have overpaid in a financial year, in the next financial year, they will usually send you a check. Now, I know most people will get their check, I don't know, September, October of the new financial year, but if you actually call them and check yourself, you will get that money significantly earlier. I think they have to send it out to you a few weeks, maybe a month or two after you actually call them. So if that's April, May, June, that's significantly better than September. So definitely check while you're on the phone with them. Also make sure that your tax code for the year is correct, because as great as it is to get your tax overpayment back, you want to make sure that you're paying the correct amount of tax in the first place so that you can, and forgive me for saying this, budget properly with the right amount of money. There's no point overpaying your tax every month when you could actually keep that, I don't know, 10, 20, 50, £100 a month, whatever it may be, in your budget, and you could actually use it towards your debt straight away and actually deal with the interest and everything that comes with that negative compounding. So you want to make sure that moving forward, you're paying the right amount of tax, in addition to making sure that you're getting any overpayments back. If you're in the UK, by the way, I would say that it's definitely worth setting up a tax account, a gateway account. It will just give you a lot more control, and it's one of those things you can actually dip into and check throughout the financial year, as opposed to just having to call them in April. I'm not a tax professional, I'm not giving you tax advice here, but setting up a tax account is a good look. I think everybody in the UK, at the very least, should just go and set one up, just so you can see what your tax is looking like. The next thing you want to do connected to tax is check to see whether you are eligible for the working from home tax allowance. Many people have been forced to work from home due to the current situation that we're living through. February 2021, not much has changed. We are still locked down. I don't know about any of you, but at this point, I have not been physically to work in almost a year. You yourself may be eligible for this working from home allowance. Martin Lewis, I think, has written a really good piece on what the actual allowance is, what the value is a week, and actually how to apply for it. So I won't go into anything here, but I will link that in the description below, because I used that to actually apply for the allowance, and it made life significantly easier. And again, I'm just gonna reiterate it so everybody knows this is for entertainment. I'm not a tax professional. Please do your own research. It's not my intention to get anybody into trouble with tax issues. Take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt. Go and find out if it is applicable to you and your situation. But it's worth checking at the very least. Okay guys, so that's the end of the video. That was 5 things that you can do right now to generate more money, income that you can use to pay off debt. Please let me know in the comments below which one of these you're going to do. And if you're going to do more than one, absolutely fill me in. And actually, if there are things that you're doing that are not on the list to make more money, we're a community, please share, because other people read the comments and I know it helps other people. It will just give us more ideas, increase that creativity, and get us all to our goal of ultimately being debt free. Okay, I had to take a break because of my MBA completely kicking my behind, but I'm back now. I'm hoping that I can continue to be a regular uploader, so I should have another video for you in the coming week. If you liked this one, please do give me a like and subscribe, so stick around. Hit that notification bell as well so you actually know when I have a video up. I have many more videos to come about debt, consumerism, more financial education and such like. So if you like this content and if you've checked out any of my other videos, I know you have, please do subscribe. Anyway, until next time, thanks, bye.